November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah. Hi, this is
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, Madison, we gotta go check. But we have to. Is she passed out? She's passed out. What's wrong? She's not waking up.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you. What's wrong? Okay.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yes, 20 here.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
Bethany, Dylan, I need you to talk to them, okay? I can't talk to them. I need you to talk to them.
Okay. Hello.
Okay. I have already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line.
Okay.
If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again. There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
We don't have one. I think yes. Do you have a defibrillator? Yes, we have one.
Are you talking to the officer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Officer Mitch Nunez. Moscow, Idaho, November 13th, 2022. At approximately 11:56 hours, I responded to an unconscious subject at 1122 King Road in Moscow, Idaho. I was directed to a bedroom on the second floor by Hunter Johnson in the northwest corner to locate the unresponsive female. Upon entering the room, I observed a female lying supine on the floor next to a bed. According to Dylan Mortensen, this female was likely Kaylee Gonsalves. Dylan also lived at 1122 King Road. I observed dried blood surrounding Kaylee's body, and signs of cutting trauma to her face. Kaylee was covered in so much blood, I wasn't able to immediately discern where any additional injuries would have likely been. Kaylee was apparently deceased due to her pale skin color, rigid body tone, and apparent blood loss. On the bed in the same room that I observed Kaylee, I observed a male lying supine on the bed. According to Dylan, the male was likely Ethan Chapin. Dylan said Ethan was commonly at the residence. I observed blood covering portions of Ethan's legs, surrounding his body into the bed sheets, and drops of blood on the wall near Ethan's head. As I backed out of the room, Hunter showed me a kitchen knife and said he had it in his possession. I told Hunter to leave the knife and go back downstairs to the front entrance. Officer Warner and I moved to visually clear the residence for any suspects or additional victims. On the third floor, Officer Warner and I found 2 additional, apparently deceased females, both lying supine in a bed. This bedroom was on the southwest corner of the 3rd floor. According to Dylan, these 2 females were likely Xana Kernodle and Madison Mogan. One female showed an apparent traumatic injury to her face due to the basic facial structure being unrecognizable. Both females showed very pale skin. Both females were covered in dried blood and apparently deceased. After the residence was deemed safe, Officer Warner and I exited the residence to secure it in the immediate area, to include the parking lot immediately to the north of the residence. I walked outside and began interviewing Dylan. Dylan told me that at approximately 0400 hours, she heard a voice scream and believed it to be Kaylee's. She said she could hear Kaylee run from the 3rd floor, down the stairs to the 2nd floor, into the northwest bedroom. Dylan said she locked herself in her bedroom and continued to hear a commotion. Dylan said she eventually stopped hearing the struggle and heard a male voice say, "You're going to be fine. I'm going to help you." Dylan said she did not recognize the male's voice. Dylan said after a few minutes, she peeked out of her bedroom and observed a male described as approximately 6 feet tall, slim build, with a black ski mask, leave the 2nd floor patio area. This patio door was likely left open as it was found open upon my arrival. I interviewed an additional roommate, Bethany Funk, who told me she was at the residence during the commotion. Bethany said she was on the 2nd floor in the living room watching Vampire Diaries with Dylan and an unidentified person named L. Bethany said at approximately 200 hours on 11/13/22, Madison and Kaylee came home from a night out at the Corner Club bar. Bethany said she also believed Madison and Kaylee went to the Grub Wandering kitchen truck. Bethany said she and Madison let Madison's dog out between 200 and 2:30 hours. Bethany said during this time she observed no suspicious activity. Bethany said she returned inside while Madison was still outside with Murphy, the dog. Bethany said she went to bed around 02:30 hours. Bethany said Madison then came into her bedroom sometime after 02:30 hours to ask if she knew where Murphy was. Bethany said she told Madison no, and Madison left. Bethany said she woke up in her bedroom, which was located on the 1st floor, to a sound she described as a firecracker and a flash. Bethany said she initially thought the sound was a prank. According to Bethany's phone log she showed me, Bethany called Xana at 04:21 hours, Ethan and Madison at 04:22 hours, Madison again at 04:30 hours, and finally Kaylee at 04:31 hours. Bethany said she never received an answer on each phone call. Bethany said she went back to sleep and woke up around 11:56 hours when 911 was called. Initially, I was told Kaylee was likely located on the 2nd floor in the bedroom with Ethan. After comparing Dylan's initial statement with the investigation of other officers and observations, it appeared to actually be Xana that was located on the floor of that bedroom. and Kaylee was one of the other females located in the third floor bedroom. Officer Eric Warner, November 13th, 2022. At approximately 11:58 hours, I responded to a report of an unconscious person at 1122 King Road. Dispatch advised a female was passed out from intoxication and not waking up. Dispatch advised there was a male seen in the room with the female last night. A short time later, dispatch advised the female was not conscious and not breathing. As I arrived, Officer Nunez advised over the air it appeared to be a homicide. I saw a small group of females outside the home in the parking lot. One female advised their roommate was on the second floor and needed help. I went to Officer Nunez's location at the west bedroom on the second floor and passed a male in the living room, later identified as Hunter Johnson. Officer Nunez advised the female and male in the bedroom had blood on them and appeared to be beyond help. I walked out of the bedroom toward Johnson and saw a clean steak knife on a beer pong table. I pointed out the knife to Nunez. Johnson said he got the steak knife from the kitchen because he arrived and saw the female on the bedroom floor covered in blood and did not know if there was anyone else present in the room. Johnson said he checked the room with the knife for protection. Officer Nunez and I walked to the first floor entrance with Hunter. I asked the females and Hunter if there was anyone else in the apartment, and they did not know. I told Officer Nunez the home was not secure, and we started the process of clearing it. On the third floor in the southeast bedroom, I saw two clothed females lying on their backs who appeared deceased. One female on the left of the bed in relation to the bedroom door had an extreme amount of lacerations to her face and upper body, which made her unrecognizable. The other female had multiple lacerations on her upper body and some blood on her face. I walked to the far side of the bed to determine if the female on the right was beyond help. I saw the female's leg off the edge of the bed, and it had lividity. Once I noticed the lividity in the female's leg, I backed out of the room. Officer Nunez and I checked the rest of the third floor and saw it was clear. There was a poodle in the west bedroom, on the bed, which was later taken to the Humane Society by the Latah County Sheriff's Office. After clearing the home, I briefly interviewed Johnson. Johnson said he was at his apartment, and his girlfriend, Emily Allant, received a phone call from one of the girls who lived at 1122 King Road. Johnson said Allant was called by one of the residents who said they could not wake up the female on the floor. Johnson said he came over to the home at approximately 11:55 hours. Johnson said he saw the female on the floor in the bedroom and did not see the male on the bed, who he identified as Ethan, before grabbing the knife. Johnson said he entered the bedroom and checked the female's pulse and found none. Johnson said he did not check Ethan and left the home. I thanked Johnson for talking with me and told him he could go stand with Allant, who was with the other residents in front of the home. Officer Corbin Smith, November 13th. At about 1200 hours, I responded to 1122 King Road in reference to possible homicide victims. Officer Nunez had arrived on scene and found a total of 4 deceased individuals. Officer Nunez informed other units he believed this to be a homicide. When I arrived, I entered the residence and went to the second floor. I observed a female wearing a sweatshirt and underwear laying in the middle of the bedroom floor covered in blood. I observed deep lacerations indicative of defensive wounds on the female's hands. The female was surrounded by blood on the floor. I observed a male laying on the bed. The male appeared to have suffered from stab wounds and a laceration to the neck. The male was covered in blood, and the bedding around him was soaked in blood. In a third-floor bedroom, I observed 2 females laying in bed, which appeared to have been stabbed to death. The female laying on the left half of the bed, as I looked at it from the doorway, was unrecognizable. Her face was completely disfigured and was stabbed several times. I was unable to comprehend exactly what I was looking at while trying to discern the nature of the injuries. The second female, on the right half of the bed, had multiple stab wounds. The comforter was soaked in blood, and a pool of blood was still present. I was assigned to hold security at the rear slider door. This was the alleged point of entry of the suspect. I observed very large footprints in the snow. I used a tape measure, and the shoe size measured approximately 13.5 to 14 inches. The footsteps went to and from the rear slider door. I observed the trail of footsteps head away from the slider, then turn right, around a stump, in the backyard, and lead toward the front of the house. I observed a set of small handprints on the window to the east of the slider. The screen to this window appeared damaged and was laying on the ground. I located smudged fingerprints on the glass slider door. There was a discarded black backpack in the backyard. I photographed these items and attached them to the case.